Alright, so welcome to Season 4, Episode 11, Northwest Majesty. Now, this painting isn't even by Bob Ross, technically. It's, who is it? Her name is in the credits. Who... Who was the person that painted this one? Diane Andre. Shoutouts to Diane. Was the person Bob had on the show doing this painting today. The sky is really interesting. Like the cloud has this kind of like, it has like this curl to it, kind of. Let's see if we maybe can get some of that going. The sky takes up like a quarter of the canvas. Ish. Quarter on the right side, and then it kind of like angles down to be like a third. But yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but with getting sick, like when you're like super sick and you're just like in bed for like a whole day, I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but like there's almost like a nostalgic feel to it, if that makes any sense at all. I guess just that feeling of like just being sick at home as a kid, staying home from school, like something about that, I don't know, it just feels nostalgic, I guess. Hey, Prak. How are you today, other than post Snapchat endeavors? Me with COVID. Prak being bedridden from COVID blubbers. You know, huge shoutouts to getting the latest booster not too long ago. I'm glad I have that, and now I don't gotta think about it. I got that. I got the flu shot. I'm ready, bitches. I'm ready. And Skittle, hey. Horizontal flip even. Feels good. Feels a good old horizontal flip. Does anybody hear horizontal right now? Curious. Oh, Skittle. Hey. Boom. Damn, need like a second hug where it's Paiku getting hugged. That would go hard, actually. I'm sure he would enjoy that. And it would feel just amazing for him. You feel sleepy? How early did you get up? Yeah, I saw you online when I got up today. I was like, damn. I wasn't expecting you to be up so soon today. Maybe we're on that getting up earlier arc. Eyes emoji? Question mark? That'd be crazy, but what if it happened though? Imagine how cool that'd be. We're all getting up early at good times. Well, getting up at a good time. It's not necessarily super early, but you know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, chat. Oh, that's weird. I don't know, at least for me, it always just feels good, like getting up at decent times. Just a nice feeling. I'm just painting these clouds. Is it like the clouds up here? They're very like interesting. Just how they look. Not something I feel like Bob would do necessarily. If he was doing the clouds. We'll soften that out. Why not? Why not? You know, like the Pokemon. Shout out to Why Not's existence. Guy's just chilling. Just a chill guy, right, Ebo? Also, damn, it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. And honestly, I'm just looking forward to doing Secret Santa with the friends. That's all I'm looking forward to. It'll be fun, as always. It'll be a good time. Okay, I guess, for this mountain, actually, before I do the mountain, I kind of want to fade. I want to fade this white out on the cloud a bit more. Get it like kind of going a little bit over here, and maybe just like a little like splat of white over there. I don't want too much white on the left side though for the clouds. I think that looks a bit better. This is kind of mid for Bob stuff. This is not made by Bob, actually. This is made by, what was her name? Diane Andre. I think the thing I like about this one, I like that these trees in the foreground, they have like the cast shadow on them. I like those. I don't know, like it's just a simple thing, but I like them. those little cast shadows they got going. So I was saying, like, especially the clouds. Like, the clouds are especially something that I feel like Bob wouldn't do necessarily. At least I don't think he'd do them, like, in this particular way. So Prague, we fighting that bitch? Question mark. Asking for a friend. Also, we're gonna play a little bit of magenta over here. I didn't even realize that, like, the left side of the clouds, they have, like, some red put into it, just like a little bit of red. Just, like, get some red just, like, blobbed in real quick. Monado Gaming. Everybody, don't look away now. There's a Twitch partner. That's Twitch partner plus to you. You're not even my real Twitch partner. How are you today, Justin? Doing great? Question mark. Wait, what? Me too, Prague. Alright, Prague, are we having, are we taking a drink every time somebody opens their present tomorrow night? Oh my fucking god, yeah. Yeah, butter. I got watermelon. I'll probably have like a maybe something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's New Year's Eve, right? I mean, maybe a little something. We'll see. See what the vibes are. Also, and yeah, shoutouts to like the radio in the kitchen. What's that? It's December 26th. Okay. We are no longer playing any Christmas music. It is immediately back to normal. Which I guess makes sense. But like still, it's always just kind of funny to see. Okay, now for the mountains. You're working on multi-stream stuff right now? Let's go. What kind of stuff are we working on specifically right now? Yeah, so little updates is that I am thinking about maybe dual streaming to like YouTube and Twitch at the same time, getting that going. Which could be interesting. So these mountains are a little bit too far to the right, but oh well. What's done is done. We're just gonna go with it. Vertical layout stuff? The stream I was saying the other day has multi-chat between YouTube and Twitch, which is cool. Feels good. We do like that. It's always an interesting thing just because like people always say like, oh, YouTube is like much more discoverable, just generally speaking, as of a platform, just to get like noticed. But then YouTube's stream, like live stream stuff, like I don't know, it's definitely like not quite as hype as Twitch's, I would say. Yeah, Phantom, good morning. How are you now? That's a definite, Frick. For sure. Also, yeah, little low effort thing I did. Just made like a little quick vertical layout for the tall paintings for Mario Paint. It's nothing special right now, but you know, it's something. I was like, you know, let's get a little something going. So now then, if I ever want to switch back to like the normal, I can just boom. And I don't gotta deal with like, oh, let me Control Z my layout back to how it used to be. Like the Twitch chat on the right side, I don't know how I feel about it, but I was like, let's just put it there and see what the vibe is. I think it's all right. Working on YouTube live stream thumbnails. Ooh. So is it like on YouTube every time you go live, you can have like a custom thumbnail? Question mark? Like for that stream? Yes. Dude, that was an idea I had like a minute ago on Twitch that I thought could have been interesting. Like if you could have a custom thumbnail for while you're streaming. But also like actually being able to see like, what the content is on like a Twitch stream before you go into it is good. Plus then you get just like funny instances where you look at your following and just see like something just like stupid happening on someone's stream sometimes. Like the other day, I saw Hope's stream on my following, and I don't even know. It was like some girl, and like it was like some like alert or media share thing going, and it was definitely like some girl in like a suggestive looking position. I don't know what the hell is actually going on, but it was definitely like, what's happening here? What's going on here? Oh, who knows? It's kind of a pain. TVH just more effort to go live. That is valid. So whenever I get this, I still need to actually get a all masks YouTube thumbnail going, so I have something for when I actually put my PBs on YouTube. That's why I haven't uploaded any of my PBs for all masks to YouTube yet, because it was like, oh, I want to have like the thumbnail ready to go. And I haven't worked on that in like 2 months or something. I haven't thought about it until recently. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of a thing. I guess now that I have like stuff like freed up, I guess I could probably start like working on that. So I guess to those who don't know, I made like a custom illustration for my glitchless 100% PBs on YouTube from like last year, and then I want to do the same for all masks, and then maybe I'll go back at some point and upload like older PBs on YouTube, since a lot of my PBs aren't on YouTube. I historically just haven't really done that. There's definitely like a vibe for when like videos don't have custom thumbnails, but I feel like for something like this, like just like a speedrun PB, it's like unless it was like something like a Mario 64 like world record or some shit, it's like something like crazy that's just by default gonna get a lot of reach. I feel like I'd rather like wait to upload it until I have a custom thumbnail to go with it. Taking some pride in the fact that I'm able to have like maybe a bit more of like a unique custom thumbnail going for my PBs. I guess compared to your average, you know, speedrunner, I would say not many people have that. And then it's also fun to, at least for the one that I did for my glitchless 100% thumbnail, it was fun like thinking of something and then just like, you know, drawing a scene. Because I guess like the concept, like the general like rule that I want to be going with is just like having the thumbnail be related to like what the run is or what happens in the run. So I guess it's just kind of thinking like, all right, what's like a very like relevant part of this run, or just like something like that like makes you think like, oh yeah, that is like that category. Which I guess like for glitchless 100%, I just did Beaver Race, which could be attributed to normal 100% as well, but I think it worked good. It is something you do in the run regardless. Okay, I already know if I ever do normal 100% at some point for MM, it'll probably just be like Postman for the thumbnail. Him Paiku just like sitting there being annoyed probably. Like this dumbass minigame. This stupid postman, this guy and his 60 FPS frame perfect input. So we're gonna use the dark blue as a block in. We want to block in some like just like shadows, some good contrast for these trees to go off of. Yeah, I was thinking about that recently. Just like, yeah, if I ever do normal 100%, that would definitely be the thumbnail for it. Like, that's easy content right there. Because like, how many speedrunners have like custom illustrations for their thumbnails for their PBs on YouTube? Like, how common is that? I can't say like I don't get like a ton of speedrun content on my Twitch or on my YouTube feeds personally. So I don't really see, if that is the case, I don't really see much of that at all. You can do JP Postman, you can do RNG Manips and Pokemon. Well, shit. This guy's onto something. That is definitely an interesting thing with like, I guess like I guess like Gen 1 and Gen 2 at least I know have RNG in it. I don't know. Pokemon speedrunning is definitely its own beast. Like goddamn. I can never do it, I don't think. Back when Emre actually changed her username question mark? I forget what it is now. But back when she used to do Pokemon runs, I remember just seeing like she used to do X and Y, I believe, and just like the runs for that looked like hell. It made Paper Mario look tame, but that run specifically looked very not super hype, low key. Gen 3 is 60 FPS, frame perfect 8 button presses per minute. I think I'm good with that one. At least Postman is 1 A press to deal with. And at least for Postman, like, I'm sure no matter who you are, no matter how good you are at the game, even if you're just world record holder, everybody gets fucked over by Postman. Or just has days where it's just like, just not going good. I mean, that's like any trick though. Any trick for any run, there are definitely days where it's just like, yeah, this just ain't going good today. It's just not going good. Yeah, so we want this to kind of like come all the way up there. Romanips, Mudkip, and Mudkip, and an Abra, but that's it. That's not too bad if it's only those two. Come on, mouse. I think I need to clean this mouse out at some point. So the Mario Paint mouse, it's like a classic, like it's got the ball. And I'm pretty sure there's probably some dust that's gotten built up in there, I'm sure, over time. Shoutouts to that being the thing for mice back in the day, having a good old ball in the bottom before like the lasers, I guess, were the standard. You know, I never had a trackball mouse, the kind where it's like the mouse just like stays flat, stays in place, but you have like the ball for your thumb. Yeah, you use to move it around, which is allegedly, I think those are like allegedly like better for your hand. Well, I know like there's like mice out there that are like a sideways mouse, like where you grab it with your hand like this instead of like that. So like you're putting your hand down in a more like neutral position. But you know, I don't know how much that really makes a difference. I'm not sure. I've never used one, so I don't really have experience with them to be able to review personally. I imagine it's probably like objectively better. Yeah, just having your hand in a more neutral, natural resting position. Use a trackball mouse for a theater tech setup because there's no space to move a regular mouse. It's kind of a base play, honestly. That's a hype strat to do. Definitely good usage of a trackball mouse in that case. Also, I don't have space on the right for this tree. For the full extent of it, that's okay. Also, I assume not, Justin. Is there any update on the package that you sent for Secret Santa that you were telling me about yesterday? Or is it still just yup? Not yet, but well, I'm sure eventually it'll get sorted out in time. It's just like, bruh. Just bruh. Oh, what to do? I guess not really much other than just pray. Pray that it gets fixed. This all just goes back around to just like, yeah, just pay people. Just pay people what they deserve. And you know, thinking about it, because like in case people aren't aware, in Canada there's been a Canada Post strike happening, so it's like if any mail has been sent to Canada Post, I think the strike is over or it's like ending. I haven't really heard much about it recently, but there was just a strike for like a month or so up here, so that was just great. And you would think, and I assume the Canada Post strike was just about like, oh, like not getting paid right or not getting paid good enough or something. I assume. I never really looked like too deep into it. But isn't it kind of fucked up that like you would think like postal service people would get paid a good amount, because like the postal service is like such a huge thing and such an important thing. Makes you think about like, you know, Amazon, for example. Like how I'm pretty sure they're like warehouse employees do not get paid right / don't get treated right, which is lame, because without those Amazon warehouse people, Amazon isn't a thing. Like they make the company work. It's like same shit with, no, I don't want to get too deep into, you know, sad thoughts, but like, you know, same with like, you know, artists, visual artists, musicians. We're the ones that like make the shit. I guess warehouse workers aren't making it per se, but it's like there's such a key point for making it work. Yeah, same with teachers. It's ridiculous that teachers don't get paid more. Did y'all do this growing up? Like I remember when we were in elementary school that like around like Christmas time, like we would bring like a present for our teacher in like when we were kids. And like thinking about it nowadays, I'm sure they probably appreciate that even more so. I would bet. It's especially ridiculous like how much stuff all here gets. It's like, oh, like the teacher has to buy like X thing for the classroom like out of pocket. Did it for the bus drivers too. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure that, well, I'm sure it varies, but I like to hope most bus drivers for like elementary schools were like probably pretty Chad dudes. Just pretty Chad people. Just chill guys, right, Ebo? Just a chill guy. Yeah, it's something we didn't. Yeah, definitely didn't think of as children for sure. They got Archipelago. Okay, we always call it Archipelago now, but I kind of like forget that it's like actually supposed to said Archipelago. Anyways, Banjo-Tooie working on N64 EverDrive, so maybe more people will start getting cool stuff working on the X7. Ooh, that's pretty cool. So like, huh? So how does that work on console? Like, does it connect to your computer somehow? Or do you just like have to like manually like input stuff into? Oh, for the. Oh. Oh yeah, it does. I have an X7 right here. Yeah, I forgot it has that. What is that? Mini USB, I think. Shouts to mini USB being kind of filler, high key. Also on top of it was Pokemon Puzzle League chat game. Do you have X7? I don't remember, Prac, honestly. Okay, that's pretty cool though that it works through that. That's pretty hyped. I wonder if someday if like they could get some kind of like OTMM like multi-world working on EverDrive with that. Yeah, huge shouts to G for getting me that X7 a couple of years back. In case anybody doesn't know the story, this is back in like 2021. I remember there was a sale for EverDrives going on. It was like a Black Friday sale, and I didn't have an EverDrive at the time, and I was like, oh, that's a good deal. Let me buy one. And I just bought like a normal like X5 EverDrive, and which is definitely the more just like one that most people would purchase because it was a lot cheaper and all. But then G had me for Secret Santa and like I guess saw me posting like, oh yeah, hey guys, look, I got an EverDrive, or I bought an EverDrive, and then G's just like, bruh, because I had like my box, I had my gift in my possession, which had a fucking EverDrive in there, but obviously like G wouldn't want to be like, lol, don't buy this. I don't know, didn't want to, I guess, you know, soil the surprise. But it worked out because I gave I forget if I gave it to you or Eric. I think I gave it to Eric, question mark. I gave my EverDrive that I bought to Eric, and then I got the X7 from G, and it all worked out. But it was just like damn, like what are the odds that I just like happen to buy one, and then it's like, oops, your Secret Santa actually got you one of these. Got you the better one. The thing I'll never understand about the EverDrives, though, is with, last I checked at least, with anything that isn't the X7, I forget if they have anything below the X5, but like, at least with the X5, for some reason, it's like, oops, games don't save unless you reset the console. So like if you're playing a game on like an X5 EverDrive, if you're playing and you hit save, if you turn off the console, it won't save it for some reason. So you have to hit reset and then turn it off, and then your game will actually save. Whereas on the X7, it'll just save normally as you'd expect. And there's like, you don't have to do any resetting garbage. And I don't understand why it's like that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Good morning, Evo. Yeah, so I'm like, why is that not just in like the normal X5 EverDrive? Like, I would love like to hear like what the reason is for that. Because like my understanding was always that the X7 EverDrive was just like more geared towards like developers. I'm sure that happens to a lot of people with like with not X7 EverDrives, where it's just like, okay, I'm playing my game on my EverDrive. Oops, I forgot to reset the game before turning it off, and now I lost all my data that I just played for in the last like 5 hours or something. You slept 16 hours? God damn, Evo. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to post on Blue Sky that I was streaming. Whoopsie. Kind of forgot about that. You got your new keyboard today? Oh, you get your new keyboard today, so you don't currently have it. Feels good. I hope it feels good when you get it. That'll be interesting the day I get a new keyboard, just because I've had the same keyboard for like 9.5 years, basically. And it works fine. I think my keyboard works good still, but like there are definitely some times where I definitely like will just notice like, oops, like this letter just sometimes doesn't like go through right away. And I wonder if like if that actually is for real or if it's just a typing issue. I would believe it if it is just like a typing issue, honestly. I would believe that. Your current keyboard is low profile, but the new one won't be. Oh shit. Low profiling. POV or Rano when you hit down. I did notice in the picture you sent me, Justin, is that it didn't have the numpad on the right side. That's something that is like a kind of a must for me in keyboards, is having a numpad, because I use it for live split, but I think it's also just convenient to have. But I also know people like sometimes not getting that, just to have it take up less space on the desk. But I like the numpad. It's definitely nice to have it as an option if you want to use it. Yeah, it's so good for live split, because I know the classic on live split is people would use like the space bar for their split key, but then it's like, oops, you know, I'm typing and I'm hitting the space bar, oops, I'm splitting. And then they're like, I can't have global hotkeys on because it's my split key is a space bar. So they have global hotkeys disabled, and then it's like, oops, I have to click on live split every time I want to use live split hotkeys. So it's just definitely nice having my hotkeys being in a spot where I know I'm never gonna accidentally hit it, and I can have global hotkeys on permanently. Which I guess for anyone who doesn't know, on live splits, there's an option in it called global hotkeys, which makes it so if it's enabled, you don't have to have live split selected to use your hotkeys, and if you have the option disabled, you have to have live split selected for your hotkeys to work. Also, good morning, Owl. How are you? You're moving those hotkeys over to your Stream Deck. That makes sense. Yeah, the Stream Deck is pretty versatile from what it seems from like you and Arma. Which is pretty cool. It's cool that it's like that. Maybe someday I'll acquire a Stream Deck. Probably not, definitely not anytime like soon. I don't even know, like I don't really know like where I would like put, I mean, I definitely have like space for one. Like I could make room for it, but definitely not actively looking for one right now. Need to play more Rivals 2. Yeah, Skittle and I played some Rivals 2 last night for the first time in like a week or something. At least I hadn't played in like a week or so. I was like, damn, I'm trying to play some Rivals 2, and I was like, damn. You have to get out of bed still, but I hope you are well. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I think I slept pretty good. Pretty decent, I would say. Sorry, my PC had me in a chokehold when you sent this. No errands to run? Thank frick. Finally, no errands to run. That's what you like to hear. Rare footage. Right, Ebo? Yeah, you know, I slept for 16 hours. But yeah, we're gonna go play Baldur's Gate 3 in bed, though. With Cloud, of course, my primary friend. Which, okay, you wanna know what's fucked up? Actually, cause I was on Cloud's family plan on Steam. I think mostly just like for like VR games, which I haven't played VR in a long ass time. Whoops. But because he was like, oh, like, you know, if there's like a single player VR game you want to play, like there's no point of like you buying it when you could just like play it on my thing. Which I'm like, yeah, you know, valid, sure. I'll take some saved money, sure. But yeah, he invited me to be an adult on his family plan, whichever that means, and it gave me a notification and it was like, do you want to accept or decline it? And I hit accept, and when I hit accept, it was just like, oops, based on your purchase history, it seems like you are not in the same country as Cloud One, so you can't be put on this plan. And I'm like, okay, why did you give me the option then? Like, clearly you knew this. Like, clearly you were aware of that thing. So, like, I don't know why it gave me the option in the first place to even do anything with it. Just weird. Just weird. This is not at all the same thing, but it makes me think about when you're like putting your login info on a website, for example, and I'm just like I haven't tilted my head in a while to like get a look at this, how it's going. But yeah, when you're putting your login info into a website and it's just like, oops, sorry, you got your password wrong, or you like did like one thing incorrect on it, and it just like deletes like all the information. You have to type everything in again. It's like, why does it have to delete everything? Why can't you just like make me type in the thing again that I got wrong, instead of like having to re-put in everything? It's just like, bruh, like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Like, that is definitely super unhype. In my opinion, at least. Doing some security reason. Yeah, probably. But just like, come on, dude. At the same time. Anyways, we're putting in these really tall tree trunks in the foreground now. This one's gonna go way off the top. Carlos was in PC surgery yesterday, allegedly. Eyes emoji. Carlos with the new build incoming, question mark. Yeah, you know, me Carlos, getting the new computer going, you know, yeah. What are the odds my Secret Santa got me a new computer, even though the box definitely feels like there's a new computer in there, and it's definitely big enough. I mean, okay, you could probably fit a computer case inside that box. Dude, for all the people here that have been inside Prax's house, aka cats, I can't believe how big your brother's PC is, Prax. Like Prax's brother's PC tower, that bitch is big. I can't believe how fucking large it is. I was like, I have never seen a PC tower this big. Like, if you dropped it on someone, they're dead. Or it just turns into, did anybody here read Flat Stanley in like grade 3? They either die or it becomes Flat Stanley. Yo, Arma. And Feely, hey. Thank you for the gla and the gla. How are the two of y'all doing today? I don't know how to describe what you did. Oh, well, it's kind of like... It's like announcer voice. Or something like that. The good news is we are almost done with this painting, actually. This painting is pretty close to being done. Not really too much more to do on it. So are y'all looking forward to finishing Avatar next year? Has anybody here not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? Curious. I never saw the whole thing until... God, like 3 years ago when we watched it or something. I definitely saw, like, as a kid, just random parts of it. Just back on TV. Back on YTV. Shouts to Canada. Shouts to YTV. Being a Chad station. And, like, the huge thing on YTV, which YTV was basically... Yeah, just, like, a Cartoon Network-esque thing. I'm pretty sure it was just up in Canada, though. But it was hype because they had like hosts on there, and there was actually a guy, Carlos, on there. That guy was Chad AF. And there was this girl whose name was Sugar. I think I don't know if that was her legal first name or if that was just like the name she went with on the show, but that was to her. I don't even know. They would just always like I don't know, they just be like talking about like what show is coming up or just like doing something cool or something. He was kind of iconic. Shouts to Carlos. Huge shouts to Carlos. Love me some Carlos RTA. These like branches sticking off the tree, they're very like, squiggly. You know what I just realized? For doing these sideways paintings, I could also just have my reference painting just flip sideways. I never considered that as an option until like just this second. I was like, That's an idea, actually, I could do. Because when I do these paintings, I have like the original painting just like on my monitor right there. And like right now, it's just like vertical, like how it's supposed to be viewed. But I never thought about the fact that I could just turn it sideways to make it easier, kind of, for the Mario Paint aspect. I mean, look at that shadow. Oh my god. Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? Do you think he says damn in the movie? In the new movie? And he has a gun. I'm Shadow, and I have a gun. Cool. They have TTS Monster as Shadow's voice actor. Sonic, we have to get the Savin Chaos Emeralds. And then it just starts mumbling, and then it just turns into like that like screeching sound it sometimes devolves into. Hey Malin, good morning. That's a definite sip of water. Am I done with this? Am I done with this painting? What's it look like in OBS? How's it look in an OBS? I mean, it doesn't look too bad. This one doesn't look too bad at all, chat. I kind of want to mess with, where's my mouse? Matthew? I mean, he's got a point, Justin. You are a Twitch farter Fuzz. Jesse. Oh, now we can finally watch Justin a Every Time Walt Says Jesse compilation. Which, for those who don't know, I finished Breaking Bad 2 nights ago. So I have now seen all of Breaking Bad for the first time ever. And damn, what a show. That is definitely a show. That is just absolutely crazy. Like the squiggly branches. Yeah, it's pretty unique. Pretty unique. Actually, you know what I do want to do? I want to put a little bit of highlights on them. Just like a little bit. Oh wait, I missed that we were licking. Nobody, me. Just no context. I missed that we were licking. I go like over that, just like a little bit. You know? The good news is if anybody's here for Majora's Mask, we are very close to getting that Majora's Mask going. Also on Saturday, I played this game, Crypt Custodian. If anybody here has heard of that or has not heard of it, it's a pretty cool game. And I got 100% in it. Aside from boss rush, like I got 100%, but there's still like 4 more achievements I can get. which are from Boss Rush, but I got like main game 100% content, and I should go back. I meant to do it on the weekend to do the Boss Rush stuff. I just kind of like forgot. AKA yesterday, I just kind of like didn't do anything like the entire day. Anybody else not do anything all of yesterday? Because that was definitely me. I didn't do anything for most of yesterday. That's okay, but it's just like, you know, I like doing stuff. I like doing the things. Maybe I just need like a mental break. Thank God I hate looking at fun colors. Honestly, you've never been more real about something, Arma. Maybe you need a music break, 'cause this music is making me crazy. Oh, don't worry, I got you. I love this track. Man, the sounds are really good in this game. Shoutouts to these sound effects. Alright. We'll do this one. It just really makes you appreciate the sound effects in this game. This game has good sounds. Super Nintendo games, though, I think that's definitely like a huge W with Super Nintendo games, so they usually have like pretty good sounds. Love me some good sounds. Also, there's like kind of like some like little like twigs like sticking up here. Like some like little quick like little things. All right. Yeah. I could go and like try and like refine this even more and more, but I think I will call this one a not done there.